Hello learners, in today's video we'll see, first of all we should know that election is something like a democratic principle, a core democratic principle. When a voter is having one election or in an election when a voter can vote only for one time, then what about the candidates who are standing or contesting elections? Can they stand from different various or multiple constituencies or only one? So that kind of question is addressed in this particular article, and we will see so what are the reforms or what are the recommendations given by some kind of sources. We'll see everything in this video. So first thing first, why this topic is important? Definitely anything related to our Indian polity or elections, such kind of democratic principles are important. In the first place, we need to understand the legal understanding. What is the constitution and what are the laws of our country are exactly telling about it. Because of that legal understanding, we might have a proper reform oriented thinking. So when you understand legally, when you understand the constitutionality or legality of an issue, you can have a kind of a thinking where it can, if a topic has to be analyzed critically, then it would be easy for you to analyze when you know the constitutionality or the legality of that particular issue. And obviously the governance issue, this is a core syllabus of our exam. And what are the current developments in recent media, and today's article itself is talking. So whenever there is a mention of such kind of issues in our current affairs or newspapers or media, it lies important that we have to pick up it and study. So what is exactly this particular concept of one election and multiple constituencies? See, back then we'll see what are the exact laws related to this, but when a particular candidate is contesting elections from more than one constituencies, then there are some kind of repercussions and there are some kind of benefits to that particular candidate. So when it is done more than one constituency, then this concept is coming into the picture. What will happen? Because of the maximum chances of winning, that particular candidate or that particular politician is choosing this way, so that he can influence the elections. Now what is a legal basis? Is this thing there in the constitution? No. This has been discussed in our RPA under section 33 clause 7. It is saying that, now it is saying that up to 2 constituencies you can elect, but not more than that. But until 1996 or earlier to 1996, people were allowed to contest elections from multiple constituencies. So when there was an amendment made in 1996, so there onwards people are only expected, or the candidates are only expected to contest elections in only up to 1 or 2 constituencies, not more than that. I said that until 1996 people used to contest in multiple elections. Example, our Nehru, Indira Gandhi and Atal Bihari Vajpayee, they contested. Even recently we have seen during our 2014 elections, our Honorable present Prime Minister has contested elections from 2 constituencies, and also the opposition leader has contested in two constituencies. So in the past as well, these 3 names which I have written, they contested from multiple constituencies. And so in our first general elections 1952, there were no restrictions. So that's why the above or the mentioned names contested multiple constituencies. The restriction to contest elections only up to 2 was being brought through an amendment in 1996. That means definitely in 1952 there were no such kind of restrictions. Now, what is the rationale behind contesting? First of all, why are people supporting or why are politicians choosing this kind of method is, first of all, there are obviously maximum chances of a particular candidate to win. If one constituency he do not have an influence, he or she do not have an influence, definitely some of the other place he or she will have. So there are number of chances, or the probability of winning he or her is high. And very symbolic importance, contesting from regions representing different demographic or political landscape will enhance the candidate's reach. Now if I go to region A, I give my campaign, I go to region B. I give my campaign, I go to region C. I give my campaign in assembly elections. I have given multiple campaigns, reached the threshold. I have reached maximum number of people. Don't you think it would be easy for me to contest Lok Sabha elections or any other such elections? Don't you think I can give a proper influence? I can, I have a proper influence right now because I have symbolically went and campaigned in multiple regions. And also it is very strategic importance according to a politician, because the political parties use this strategy to mobilize votes and secure wider representation. Until and unless I'm an independent candidate, if I represent from a political party, me as an individual is getting the reach, and also behind my party is getting the reach. So they take this tool as a strategic importance. Now, what are the against, or what are the challenges? I'm telling you, something like elections, votes, this kind of sensitive things are a core democratic principles. Once these kind of things are questioned in the land, the whole democratic nature or the value of that particular land will be questioned. First of all, before any democratic, it's a very financial burden and administrative load, because when two people are contesting, we know that he or she cannot handle 2 seats. He or she is not eligible to handle, otherwise he or she will get defected. So when he or she picks up only 1 seat, the other seat has to be vacated, and in turn that will lead to some vacuum and by-elections has to happen. So this kind of financial burden and administrative load to conduct that by-elections is high in this kind of scenario. And obviously voters, what about voters? I have chosen you from this constituency. Again, you will leave that constituency and pick from the other constituency as your will, no matter what that political gain. So what is my trust? Where is my trust? I chose a person. I chose you from this constituency, but you're going and picking. What kind of chaotic situation among the voters? Already the voting turnouts are very comparatively low. Fortunately, these are increasing in the past couple of years, but not significantly. So already the turnout issue is already there. So when this kind of chaotic mindset or this kind of chaotic things, if you put into a voter mindset, we never know that elections can happen free and fair. Next, wastage of public funds. Obviously, unnecessary expenditure to conduct your by-elections. Then, ethical question. The core democratic principle is at question. When you're prioritizing political strategy over your voter representation, why do you even have to conduct elections? So, such kind of challenges are there in this concept. So what are the recommendations? According to Law Commission 255th report, which was given in 2015, it has said that only one constituency a candidate should be restricted to. He or she can only contest elections from one constituency, and propose that if a candidate is contesting from 2 constituencies, if they win both, they should bear the cost of the by-election. This is very important. It is to address the challenge of your financial burden. First of all, do not allow. If he or she do not listen and contest, if suppose you couldn't restrict and they contested, so they have to bear the by-election financial burden. What does our election commission say? It has suggested amending this particular section in our RPA, saying that you have to allow only in one constituency so that you can reduce the burden on public resources and you can improve your electoral efficiency. So it's very important. First of all, it has to be restricted. If at all you're not restricting, at least put that financial burden, of to bear that by-election, whatever is he or she responsible for. So what is judiciary saying? Judiciary stance is very keen over here. It is upholding the constitutional validity of contesting from 2 constituencies, citing that it does not violate Article 19 Clause 1 nor Article 14. Judiciary is saying constitutionally there is no problem for us, but according to the administrative perspective, it's a very big problem, and to uphold the democracy, it's a very big problem. What is international perspective? In UK and US, there is only one constituency elections. A candidate can only participate from one. Coming to Pakistan, same like India, we have multiple constituencies elections. In the current affairs, we see in 2019 general elections, Prime Minister Modi and our opposition leader Rahul Gandhi has participated from 2. This has been restricting to restrict this kind of practice. That is why the debate is going on. So, to uphold this, one person is one vote. When you are saying one person equal to one vote, then one candidate also should have only one constituency, so that we can uphold the democratic principle. So this is all about the editorial which was talking about one candidate and one constituency. Thank you.